Spiritual Teaching 234. Love each other. 1. You have left the world for a few moments to be with me. You have passed test after test, acquiring in your spirit the light, because my love has been with you in difficult hours, reminding you of my words of comfort and strength. 2. The spiritualist doctrine is the ark of the new covenant, where humanity will find light and comfort in these times. 3. When you see that these enclosures are insufficient to accommodate the crowds, I will call you to the valleys, to the fields, to the mountains, and there I will manifest my spirit among you. 4. In general, humanity has not listened to my word in this time. Its spiritual lethargy is deep, so it does not find peace. 5. You have had the Holy Spirit as your teacher. That is why he makes you responsible for peace. 6. This divine teaching requires deep analysis so that you can discover all the truth it contains. Is the star that illuminates the way of salvation of the Spirit. 7. The third era surprised the world in an abyss of hatred, sins and fanaticism. He was not prepared to feel the arrival of the new time, the dawning of the new dawn, and will have to endure their chains for a while longer, until regeneration and repentance break them, to rise morally and spiritually. 8. Do not believe that I am only with you. Throughout the world there are religions in which humanity shelters its spirit, and inside every man there is a dwelling place that I visit to manifest myself in it. Consciousness. 9. My love knocks on all doors with a promise of peace. From the man of power, the puffed up in his material glory, and the one who has reached wisdom, even the lost or the darkest being, have the visit of their Lord. 10. I have come at this time to prepare a people, whose voice must be heard throughout the earth. I have entrusted a handful of wheat to become your grower. Before, I set him at my table and gave him the juice from the vine, so that it strengthens itself and can endure the walk. In my wise advice, I have taught you to know the false ways, so that he can move away from them. I have shown you the true sanctuary so that you can penetrate and feel my presence in all places. I have freed him. I have not wanted his feet or hands to feel the weight of the chains at this time. Moreover, I come giving grapefruit juice and positions. It is not that he becomes blind and puffed up thinking himself king, God, or judge, because if I have been pouring a lot out on his spirit, it is to clothe himself with humility and consecrate his life to be useful to his brothers and serve humanity. 11. I want that when he appears before my divinity, it is to offer me the fruit of his sowing and not to ask me for forgiveness for their faults. You are the spiritualist people that I am preparing. Today you still make mistakes despite being under my teachings, because you are part of this sad humanity that crawls on earth because it has not known how to rise. 12. I have placed before you a shepherd, Elijah, to lead you to the fold of salvation, whose fence you will not try to jump. 13. My work, which rests partly on you, will weigh like a cross of responsibilities, renunciations and sacrifices, but you will have at each step and at each fall a Sirenion full of love, who will lift you up with all sweetness. 14. Until now your step has been clumsy, uncertain, hesitant, and because of your imperfection, you have picked up bitterness and you have shed tears. But you are still toddlers. Tomorrow, when I send you to the roads that lead to other regions, you will walk with confidence and faith along the way. 15. On this day, I say to you, form in your heart and spirit the purpose of following me in peace, union, and goodwill, and so you will wait for what I have decreed for 1950. 16. See that in these moments I forgive your faults so that you walk free of that burden, that you not carry the heavy burden of sin on your spirit. 17. Behold, when I give you my word of forgiveness, there is light in the darkness. 18. Disciples. Although you all come the same way, your destiny is different and your mission is different as well. Before the Spirit reaches earth, it has contemplated the path, and that knowledge has been translated into experience and intuition once incarnated, with which it has freed itself from abysses and obstacles. In these lessons I have been pouring out my wisdom, because you are my disciples who come to prepare the way, so that you be the teachers that I will send to humanity. That road of preparation is bristling with dangers and temptations. Watch so that you can surprise the wolf in the undergrowth. Then you will wield the sword of love, which your adversary, and fields covered with thistles and thorns, will become flowery valleys. 19. If you have listened to this word of light, it would not be fair for you to fall into false paths tomorrow. 20. Practice love. Practice charity, which is the daughter of love, and you will be elevating. Do not hide the bread that I have entrusted to you. 21. Do not be indifferent to the pain of your brothers, because you will not sow faith in my doctrine. Penetrate inside any spirit, and you will see that everyone seeks the light, which is the truth. The flesh rarely manifests the struggles of the spirit. 22. Prepare yourselves, because while you are learning the lesson, the needy cry out for charity and tenderness. 23. Disciples. Take advantage of this time that is precious. You are going to become workers of my lands, which are the hearts of humanity. You will tirelessly penetrate regions and homes, because the time to sleep has passed. 24. You will truly be surprised and enjoy seeing that your brother's heart was already ready to receive you. 25. Spirits of light that descend from the spiritual, watch over and work on the path of men, the same in the great as in the humble. 26. This is an instant of grace for those who dwell on earth and for those who have stopped living on it, because hearing there is my voice, which was first heard in this form in 1884. 27. The first to listen to me took my work as a tree, cutting the first branches from it to plant them in different regions. Some interpreted my teachings well, others made mistakes. 28. Small were the portions that met under the shade of the humble enclosures, but when they multiplied, the crowds grew. I called them to unification, so that all would recognize themselves as disciples of a single master and all practice the lesson in the same way, so that the seed would be sown, not under the free will of the workers, but under the divine will. 29. Before the spiritual ark of the new covenant, the multitudes promised submission, obedience, and goodwill. But when hurricanes and whirlwinds blew hard and hit the branches of the tree, there were those who weakened while others, impassive, continued firm, teaching the new workers to cultivate the land. There are those who, recognizing the greatness of this revelation, have tried to penetrate my wisdom beyond my will, in order to take possession of a knowledge and a power that makes them superior to others. But they have not been slow to be before my justice. 30. Others, not knowing how to discover the greatness of this work in purity, in simplicity, have copied from sects and religions, rites, symbols, and ceremonies, believing thereby to give solemnity to my manifestations. 31. I have named you the strong people, because you have sustained yourselves with my divine word, which is a true book of wisdom not written by man's hand. Each word of it is a page, each page a volume. Analyze. Do not specify, engrave my inspirations in your memory, and then this book will have been saved in your heart. 32. As the time approaches when I stop talking to you, I come to correct you for all that before you did not understand, because I do not want among the disciples toddlers who do not understand my teaching, or workers who do not know how to plan. 33. The doctrine that I come to teach you is not new, Do not say that with my coming a new religion has arisen on earth. My communication in this area comes to point you the same path that it traced for you from the beginning of time. And my word explains and reveals to you the mysteries of the law and the doctrine that you had not received before. 34. Those whom you call foreigners have been among you to swell your ranks and to become disciples of my divinity. Look at everyone as true brothers. Don't give bad examples. Do not skip appointments or responsibilities ahead of time or that do not correspond to you, because you will see the plants that cultivate. This will cause great pain to your heart. 35. Prepare yourselves, because I have already told you that your brothers of different religions will knock at your door, some to claim from you what they believe you have stolen from them, others to ask you for the explanation of many mysteries, others seeking refuge and consolation in your heart. Prepare yourself so that you give shelter to the needy and satisfactory answer to those who question you. 36. Let the great and the humble, the wise and the dull of understanding, enter the path. But do not allow my work in you to be mixed with mystification, nor do you allow desecration. 37. My doctrine has to transform men by persuading them with his love, his sweetness, and his justice. She will bring you regeneration and peace. The kings, they will humbly come down from their thrones. Fratricidal wars will give way to forgiveness and concord. The evil passions, and that thirst for blood, comparable to that of beasts that die to satisfy their instincts, will give step to the feelings of humanity. 38. This people will be the flavor of the earth, taste of peace and blessings. 39. Beloved disciples, my teaching is with you, which does not yet appear in material books. 40. I surprised you at this time by making you hear my word through humble and simple understandings. But it is not the first time that I come to use the humble or the ignorant to surprise the wise with my power. 41. You who hear me cannot say that for this reason you are all at the same height. Well, the spirit that is active on this path, he evolves sooner than the indolent, and he who, delighting in the fruits, becomes lethargic in his selfishness. 42. It is your spirit whom I have come to look for, preparing it in this way so that it can soon communicate directly and spiritually with me. Humanity will turn its eyes to the living and true God, forgetting effigies and images. But I tell you that you have never lacked my law as the light of spiritual salvation, because it has long been inspired to Moses, in which there are 2 precepts that, if practiced by men, would be attesting to all my doctrine. They would be complying with all the law and would be one step away from perfection, are those that speak to you about loving God with all your heart and spirit, and to love your brothers as yourself. 43. My law is not practiced among men. Proof of this is that there is injustice. See the rich humiliating the poor, the strong dominating the weak, the one who enjoys, without caring about the one who suffers. That is why I wanted to do justice at this time, donating to the poor, the weak, and those who suffer, so that their hearts may soften and their lips speak words of love and forgiveness for those by whom they were offended. This is how I teach the way for you to possess the treasures of the kingdom. 44. Soon I will raise you up through regions, villages, cities, and towns, spreading charity, so that humanity can reach to purify her stains and obtain her salvation. Do you want this world to remain indefinitely a place of expiation? I want you to feel the peace of my spirit on this earth, a preview of the peace that you will enjoy in my bosom. 45. See how persistent and tireless I have been. Since 1884, I began to speak to you in this way, because I want to leave you prepared and united after I suspend my word and the time of communication begins between my spirit and yours, that is, the communication of heaven with earth. But I will continue to overflow my word from the cloud in intuition, clairvoyance, and inspiration. 46. Theologians of this time will come to scrutinize my word and the new scriptures and will ask, "Who are you that you have spoken like this?" How the scribes and Pharisees of that time rose up saying to me, "Who are you? Have you come to ignore and change the law of Moses?" Then I will make you understand that the 3 revelations are the law, the only one that I have always come to teach and fulfill. 7. Many of those who judge me at this stage are those who doubted in the second era. But I have preserved and I have sent you to earth again, so that you contemplate the triumph of my law and open your eyes to the light. 48. Disciples, truly you have drunk milk and honey in my word. Prepare your heart to converse with your teacher. Elijah leads you to me, inviting your spirit to rise to the regions of peace. He makes you forget the vanities of the earth, so that you can be at my right hand and savor my word. 49. I have called you from different regions and nations to gather you into one people. And in these humble houses I gather you, to make you hear my teaching. You have felt my presence and you have followed in my footsteps, because you will be the faithful witnesses of this work that many will not know until after 1950. More blessed is he who fulfills my mandates, because he will be prepared for all time. 50. I will make known to you in the essence of my word the reason for my coming in this third era and for my manifestations, so that you never get confused. Because I tell you that after my departure, false prophets will arise and you must not hear them. Do not look for me after this time in the way that I have come to speak to you today, because you would commit a grave fault before my spirit, after I have warned you. 51. You will only seek me spiritually, present your faith and the progress you make in your practices, and you will work for unification. You will attract new disciples to your meetings, because this people will multiply in this and in other nations. 52. The path that I trace for you is one of love, renunciation, and sacrifice. To get to me, many times you will have to sacrifice the most dear. Your heart, which is tied to material satisfactions, will have to withdraw to give himself to the study and analysis of my doctrine. 53. In the second era my word was heard by a multitude of beings. Among them I chose 12, whom I turned into my disciples. They were lectured on my word. My love, like a chisel, polished their hearts in every way. They lived close to me. They sensed the greatness of those divine manifestations. They read my destiny and my examples of love and redemption. They suffered for my sake, and when I was absent, they became my apostles. They left everything to follow in my footsteps. Slander or false testimony did not make them back down. Only love lived in them, and loyalty. What I had sown in their spirits had borne fruit. And before and after my departure, they gave me to taste its fruits, which I found full of sweetness and submission. And I told them, keep listening to me, and later, I will speak by your mouth of great revelations unknown to yourselves. The verb will be inexhaustible and the inspiration fruitful. It will overflow in many ways through you. You will all be a present for humanity, a present that I give as a testimony of my truth. 54. My disciples promised to imitate me in all their actions and to do with humanity what I did with them. They were led to carry out his work and his example, which is imperishable. 55. Thus, with the same love, I prepare you in the third era, and I ask you, are you willing to receive the tests that I will send you to perfect your spirit? Yes, you tell me in the bottom of your heart, we love you and want to serve you, but we await all your help. And I tell you, my strength will never abandon you. I will guide you so that my light always indicates your duties and your works are always within my laws. 56. You have risen, people, and you already glimpse the spiritual life. You feel at times the peace of the kingdom that awaits you. You have known the satisfaction of fulfillment, and you say to me, Master, examine the seed that I present to you, and tell me if I have complied or absent. And I say to you, I have received your love and good intentions. Fear not, you have a great power to win trials and an antidote to all evil. Use all your gifts to see how strong you are. I will cultivate your virtues. I will make them grow, and from them I will serve, because great fruits you have to give to humanity. And then you will look at each other full of my pleasures and benefits. 57. When thus you find yourselves, do not look with indifference to those who suffer. Do not despise the poor. Impart charity. Let my light illuminate their lives, that the love that I have placed in you reach them and give them warmth, encouragement, and hope. 58. Love spiritually with a pure and unselfish love. Love me as I love you. Love your brothers, because in each one of them I am. 59. Be humble among the most humble. Be servants of all as I am your servant. I have received many times your orders, and I have obeyed you to teach you. He who serves does not descend but dignifies. And in exchange for your service, do not ask for any payment. There is no one on earth who can appreciate your job. I will give you justly according to your merits. 60. Leave all your causes in me, and I will know how to judge you with benevolence. If I contemplate that your purpose was to do good, that you fought defending the principles that I have given you for your salvation, to know how to listen to me and obey me, I will take your works, and by them not only will you save yourself, but the spiritual portion to which you are tied by fraternal ties and those that make up your family. And your example will have repercussions not only in the world you live in, but in other valleys, and it will be like a seed that will multiply infinitely through the ages. And you, in union with me, will gather the fruits, and with them you will feed eternally. My peace be with you.